In the grooming setting, we use what are called loops, and that helps us to keep him in the tub because they'll try to jump out. At home, you might be able to have somebody help you by holding him. Some people do their dogs out in the yard, some of them do it in the tub. It's however you like doing it. This dog is quite oily and quite coated yet, so we're trying to get him wet first. It's going to take a while. Also, that is a point, if your dog has a wound, an open wound, has stitches, it's best not to bathe him, especially unless your veterinarian approves it. I never do a dog that has stitches in it unless I've had consent from the veterinarian. Some of the stitches are meant to dissolve on their own, and that wetting them can actually speed up that dissolving process. We don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get him wet and we'll start washing. I have a bath master which dispenses soap and cream rinse. At home you can use little squirt bottles like this. It helps you do it. You can buy a good quality soap through your pet stores. You can order a lot of stuff on the web. I recommend using something that's mild. A tearless or an oatmeal shampoo is the best thing you can use. I like to heavily cream rinse my dog because it helps with the brushing. Dispense soap into the coat. The big thing is to get this soap all the way to the skin. Working in with your hand. Some dogs will need to be bathed several times to actually break up all that oil and dirt. And living here in New Mexico, as most of you know, we have lots of red clay, and it'll stain your white hair. You can use a shampoo called a whitener or a white coat shampoo. It's usually blue in color like this. We've mixed some up. And you can use that on your white hair. It'll help whiten it. I usually like to put it on and leave it a few minutes. I lift the hair up and in. Feet, I like to get the little pad because they tend to carry odor in there. I make sure to get up inside that groin too. You know, the dogs have a lot of hair. Sometimes urine gets on it, feces get on it, so you catch odor there. Also, anal glands are two little sacs in the rectum. Professional groomers or veterinarians can empty them for you. Please don't try to do them at home unless you know what you're doing because you can hurt the rectum area. That line down the belly gets real dirty because they're laying in the dirt outside. And this is a place where I find that most people don't brush good at all. This is an area to be really careful with. We will sometimes take a blade and clip the hair in the little armpits if it's real matted, because this is very sensitive. And sometimes we give them a tummy track. We shave that out, where when you look at it from the side, you still see hair, but down the center he's been shaved. And some people request that because their little dog likes to lay out on the concrete where it's cooler and cool his belly. So another very tender area is right here behind the ears. A lot of dogs get matted back here because they tend to scratch, or we tend to pet them, and we help make those mat. And the ear is an area that tears very easily, so if you have a large mat back here, it's safest just to clip this out versus trying to brush it. If it's small enough, I'll use a thinning shear and bust it up. Yeah. You tear an ear, it really is. And the head, you know, anything on the head tends to really bleed. So I'm going to show you the way I do a head. The first thing I do is put some cotton balls in his ears. You don't want to get water down the now. So I usually take a couple of cotton balls, stuff them in the hole. Don't forget to take them out. I always put my hand over the nose so that the water doesn't go in his nose. And then my soaps are tearless, so I can go ahead and wash his head. But remember, all soaps will burn somewhat, so try to do this as fast as you can. I start with the top of the head, and I soap it up. And I keep my hand over the nose so that the water will run right off. Try to keep your dog's nose down, that way he can still breathe. It's running off. The other way you can do them, if you're really careful, is you can tip his head up and wash it, but don't get water in that. But you can also do it this way. But I find it much easier to go this way. And if you're really leery about doing this, you can use a washcloth, and you can do a lot of just wiping it with a cloth through here. These dogs have short hair on the muzzle, so they don't tend to get so smelly around the face. So these guys tend to be a little bit easier to care for. For ears, I like to grab the ear, kind of get a hold of it and roll it forward. That way no water goes into that ear. Even with cotton balls, I want to make sure we don't get it. And then I kind of rub on the edges like that. I buy professional ear cleaner. It's made specifically for cleaning ears, but you can also use baby oil to wipe them out with a little baby oil. Don't use alcohol. It tends to dry up the skin, and that can lead to ear problems. You don't have dry ears, they'll get itchy. Peroxide, neither. You know, don't use that. there's stuff made for the ears. Use that. It's good. They just call it ear cleaner. It comes in a liquid form. Q-tips. Don't use Q-tips and go real deep in that ear canal. Shaking the head. You know, there could be a tick down in there. It could be a grass on down inside there. So, you know, anything that's causing him discomfort, get your vet care. You know, get a good relationship with your vet. They get to know your dog, they get to know you, and it helps these guys. It adds to their lifespan, you know. I'm going to go ahead and cream rinse this side just so we can get that part done. Then we're going to finish him off camera so Kathy doesn't have to stand here the whole time. I go back to rinse. Cream rinse kind of does the same thing as Downy. You know, if you wash a load of clothes and you notice it's too soapy, you put a little Downy in there to help to remove those bubbles. Cream rinse does the same thing. The purpose of it is to help to add a little moisture to this hair and to coat the hair follicles so that when we go to brush him, we cause less breakage. Now my machine has a conditioner side, so I'm going to condition this way. But sometimes with these heavy coated dogs, I take that cream rinse down and I just dump it on them and I work it in. The more cream rinse you use, to me, the better on these breeds because you can really speed up your whole process. It's a very dry climate here, and hair tends to get dry, and when it gets dry, it breaks. And when if you have a dog, if you're like collies, you're going to be a person that obviously likes hair. I mean, you know, there's a lot of care, just like a woman that has long hair. It's not for everybody. You've got to be the right person to want to devote the time to brushing this dog. There's too, you send him outside, he may come in with weeds on him, and you know, you need to take those weeds out every day so that they don't cause mats. And you know, people don't understand that matting is very uncomfortable. It causes the dog to be very hot. If it was to rain on his coat when he was matted, he wouldn't dry very well. They get damaged under that skin, they itch. If he had a sore, an open wound, or he had ticks in there, you wouldn't be able to see him. Because I find people who don't brush their dogs well, they don't pet their dogs. I mean, who wants to hug and pet on a dog that's all matted and smelly? And I know we all are very busy and we don't always have the time, but you know, there's really good groomers out there that can help you. They can help you learn how to do this. You know, these dogs, they get to where they enjoy it. Some of them, if it's not, this dog is going to go through a lot today, but you know, after that, if someone maintains his coat, he'll get to where he actually enjoys it. Many dogs like to be brushed. As you're grooming, you can incorporate massage, like on your older dogs that are sore. You know, you can work on it, give them a little bit of massage, work these little muscles, and you know, I'm not a trained massage therapist, but I mean, I know that we all get tired muscles, and we can learn just to help knead that muscle a little bit and relax him. And some dogs get to where they just really like that, you know. And you know, grooming is it's a training process. Not all dogs can stand here and do this. But don't give up on your dog. You know, if he's having a hard time, brush a little bit today, brush a little bit tomorrow, cut the nails on one foot, do the next foot tomorrow if it's hard. But do it. And I also recommend to get your dog up off of the ground when you're working on him, because when they're on the ground, they move too much, and that's their territory. Up here, he's kind of out of sorts, because dogs don't stand up like this in the bathtub. So put him on a picnic table. Some people use a washing machine. They'll put a rubber mat on it and use it. Or if nothing else, have somebody help you. I find some dogs that bite. A lot of people will say, oh, I can't brush my dog because he bites. Well, use a muzzle. There's nothing inhumane about a muzzle. And it'll help him calm down and you get the job done. But it's no excuse to let the nails get long and the hair to get matted because your dog is biting. Just slip a little muzzle. Actually, I'll put one on him and show you how to do it. I think these tools, we have all this stuff to help us. We should use it. Most of them come with a little buckle, and this one has little holes in it so he can breathe. It's not going to, and you can even wash his head if he's a really bad biting dog. You can still wash him with this muzzle because the water will run right out. You just slip his nose in, buckle this behind his ears, and a little strap, pull it, make it tight. Now this one's too big for him, but you know, you don't want it to rub into his eyes. But he could wear that the whole time I'm working on him, and it wouldn't hurt him. So I say use muzzles. I know some people are against them, but I'm totally for them simply because I think they help the dog. He can't make that decision now. He knows he can't bite me, so he's not going to sit there trying to bite me. He's a good boy, though. We're going to turn him around to the other side now.